So our theory was right. The AI was very aggressive very early on in the series. I mean, we had a war break out, like I think at turn 43, as well as we saw Assyria take over the Babylonian capital. That's a huge loss for Babylon, and I'm expecting to see a lot more of that type of war continue to go down. Or I guess I should say those types of wars. Wars where, capitals get taken very early on. And that's big. When capitals get taken early on, because that's it. That right there is just a nail in the coffin. There Babylon is done. When you lose a capital, especially this early, I mean that's kind of it. And maybe it's more significant when it's later on in the campaign, but still. Anyway, so we have a rush to go after the final kind of open lands of Europe. Switzerland's moving down south. We have the Netherlands possibly picking up some territory. Portugal was going to go after a city more than likely close to Braga. I think they're going to have to be rerouted to maybe northern Iberia. Now the thing about this, and look at that, France is getting up a huge army. I'm sure we're going to see a war kick off very soon from Napoleon, because that is a lot to deal with. That will be a lot to deal with. Poland actually moving off towards the west, which is something that we don't normally see. I haven't even discussed that. I mean, there's going to be a lot of things going on that I am not going to see. Wow, Scandinavia's been slow at their expansion. Surprised they don't have a third city down. So where did Scotland settle? Boom. Celts have 3 cities. I know that Scotland had a settler, but I don't know where he went. Oh man, did he go someplace really far and crazy? Did he go to Africa? No. I know that they had a settler. He's gonna settle someplace, and I'm probably gonna laugh because I can't find him anymore. Oh, there he is, right there. Boom. Yeah, so he's going to Scandinavia, which is a smart choice, especially for Scotland. He's probably going to take over. So Norway, they were a little bit aggressive, trying to forward settle Sweden there. This is going to probably come back to bite them because they didn't claim the land just to the west. So Scotland's going to go after it, and that's going to make things interesting. Pantheon's just been founded. The Ottomans have built the pyramid, so it's clearly the Ottomans went down liberty. And we will check on social policies probably soon. I'll probably do a big old overview for turn 100. We'll look at social policies and info addicts and see how everyone's doing. Milan is still trying. See, the thing about having more civs too is that there's going to be less civs that are broken, I guess I kind of want to say. There are some civs that just don't expand, like Sardinia right now, which is really sad because I was rooting for Sardinia heavily. But Milan, someone's going to find a way, like Scotland right now. England or Ireland, or I keep calling them Ireland. England and the Celts, they didn't go for Scandinavia. I don't know why. It's not that they're broken or anything like that, just they didn't decide to. But because we're including more civs, and because Scotland's included, Scotland's going to go after it. And that's awesome. That's a cool thing to see. Okay, so we have a lot of food. Venice is doing really, really well so far. And the Netherlands, here we go. That's key. William always does good. So does Germany, though. But I'm wondering if they're going to do that well in a campaign where they're just so much more compacted. There's so much more, diplomatic things that are going on. I'm sure that's going to go down. Oh man, France and Spain. So we've seen this alliance form up before, where France and Spain have both teamed up to go after Portugal. I'm sure Portugal's probably going to slap down that city right away. This should be pretty successful. I'm thinking for Napoleon, maybe for Spain too, possibly. The Netherlands, are you going for Iberia, Netherlands? William, I guess I should say. Looks like it. Yes, they are. Utrecht has been founded just north of Spanish territory. I don't think anyone's going to go after Lisbon. Or I think Spain is going to go after Lisbon, but I don't think they're going to take it. I think France is going to do some major damage, though, here. I think they'll definitely take Braga. They'll probably, if they're lucky, they'll steal away the settler. But the AI is usually not too smart at doing that sort of thing. Unless, of course, Portugal just moves down south, which I'd be surprised if they do that. They just sat them there. They didn't do anything. All right, well that's shocking. That is pretty shocking. Portugal, luckily for them, has some forest tiles that they can kind of keep safe. And they're going to be okay. France is certainly going to lose a lot of units from this war. And this might be where Belgium could capitalize, although Belgium has a very small army, almost nothing. So does Switzerland. Switzerland controls a huge chunk of this region of Europe, but they don't really have the army to keep it safe. Well, I guess if anyone, the Netherlands don't have an army. They have one warrior. How did that even happen? Netherlands, what happened? So you have one warrior unit. That's not good. Where's Scotland going? Don't go too close to the Norway capital. I mean, I'm expecting more than likely Scotland to get into it with Norway, but to settle that close to the Norwegian capital, that's just asking for it. I don't know what you're doing, man. That's probably not the smartest choice. Whoa, Lithuania. Whoa. Russia and Austria. Okay, so Russia won't do much, but Austria's going to try their best. I think, you know what? I think Venice is going to be okay. They might. They might. Oh, it's so nice to see wars pop up before turn 100. This is great. This is so nice to see. Okay, so Lithuania more than likely is going to go after Hungary. I don't think they're going to go after Poland. Germany is going to try to navigate through these borders as best they can to continue to expand. The Huns haven't gotten up more than their 3 cities, so of Russia, they're still sticking to 3 cities. Anything else? Sardinia Piedmont has become friends with the Netherlands. All right. Byzantium, grabbing just north of Istanbul. What else is going on in the Middle East? Oh, yeah, look at that. Very close. The Sumer are about to take over Babylon. It's really, really close here. But Assyria is not helping out. Oh, and Babylon has already got the bowman up. Wow, I didn't think that was going to happen. Porto has actually been taken by Spain. So is Portugal going to get destroyed here? I don't think so. I don't think Isabella would completely destroy him like that, but, well, maybe. Yeah, look at that. France, wow. It is certainly possible. Look at that. Boom. Braga, gone. I don't even know where that Portuguese settler went, so Portugal is automatically like that down to 1 city. Wow, okay. And Elizabeth has built up the Oracle, providing her 1 extra social policy. We have Germany and, oh, that was against Lithuania and Germany? Are you serious? Oh, Germany, that's bad. Munich is totally going to get taken over. And you're fighting a lot of unique units, too. I don't know what those unique units provide exactly. I imagine, worst case scenario, they're given more strength. And that would be probably the worst. Yeah, that would definitely be the worst case scenario. Bulgaria has discovered Confucianism. Lithuania is also going for their possible 3rd settlement after, and then maybe their 4th if they take over Munich, which I expect that they will. Let's check in on Spain and see if they will actually take Lisbon. They're down to only a handful of units, so I don't think so. Spain is up to Spain. I don't know. I think Lisbon will survive. I think Portugal will survive here. I think every single time Bulgaria's biggest problem is that, or I'm sorry, Portugal's biggest problem is that they forward settle. And then that always pisses off Napoleon. So then Spain and Napoleon are like, all right, let's do this. Isabella and Spain, or Napoleon. Isabella and Napoleon, I should say, as if I'm speaking about the leaders. They both team up because Portugal always kind of forward settles. They got to stop doing that. Really have got to stop doing that. How's Austria doing with their war against Venice? It's going okay. This might be really bad for Venice. This could be very bad for Venice, but it could be a huge pickup for Austria. Bam, Lithuania is going to take Munich right away. Dang, this is the 3rd video. This is how you know it's going to be a good campaign. This is when I realize it's going to be a good campaign. When we already see big old wars and massive city exchanges really early on, like into like the 3rd or 4th video, that's how I know. I set up this AI-only battle the right way, and I'm so excited for that. Theodore has built the Colossus. Byzantium, I know I talked about how important Constantinople will be to take as a city. Boom, yep, Munich was taken really fast. I don't think they're going to go after Berlin, though. It'd be too complicated. There's no way. They might try, but I think Germany will kind of fend off and keep their capital safe. How's Lisbon? It's getting down there. It is getting down there. The Terracotta Army has been built by the Ottomans, which means that their army just doubled in size. I'm sure they're going to be going to war with somebody soon. As I was saying, Constantinople is going to be a tough city to take, even though it's strategic and it's a very important city to take for anyone that kind of borders, or I guess that borders along the Black Sea or even the Eastern Mediterranean. It's still going to be really tough. Constantinople's in a tough spot. I don't expect it to fall for a really, really long time. I'm thinking late game, not until battleships. This is going to be a tough city to take, but especially because more than likely it's only going to get attacked from one side. I seriously doubt that there's going to be a civ that controls a part of the Eastern Mediterranean and a part of the Black Sea without controlling the Constantinople. Constantinople, I don't know. The Constantinople, that doesn't make any sense. So that will be kind of interesting to watch out for. Oh, man, Lisbon. Okay, so wait a second. You're going to be okay. Yeah, Spain should be, or Portugal should be okay because Portugal's gonna eliminate the spearmen, and then boom, they're good. I think. Possibly. That's my theory. Let's see if Portugal destroys the right unit here. Which they might not. I mean, that's always a possibility. Look at that. But oh my goodness, they didn't. Well, Spain had their turn process first. So just like that, boom, Portugal gone. Switzerland's going for their 4th city, and I cannot even believe it. That is a little bit scary, man. That is quite scary. So the Huns declared war on the Goths exactly like I thought. So you know what? This is going to be the first campaign where Russia's going to stay alive, I think. I'm thinking. I shouldn't say that. It's probably too early to say, but the Huns, and the whole thing about the Huns and their unique ability and their unique units is that they need to expand early. And if it's... They're going to have less luck, I guess you could say, towards the medium to late game. So this gives Catherine definitely a good opportunity to stay around for a little bit longer. But the Goths are kind of screwed here. I wonder if Lithuania's going to go after Cologne. Possibly. Possibly. There is some settling going on in Western North Africa. Yep, okay, the Huns took that over really quick. And then we have a religion enhanced. Hungary's enhanced Buddhism. Yeah, so northwestern North Africa, or yeah, there you go, northwestern North Africa. I probably could put that a different way, but yeah, this is where most of the AIs are kind of tending to expand towards. We've got Morocco just settling Casablanca and Fez. Morocco seems to be doing pretty good. I have no idea why Carthage decided to settle over this way and not settle, you know, the coast here next to the Mediterranean. This might keep Carthage really weak, though. I will say that. It probably will. Especially against someone like Rome. I don't know if Sardinia is ever going to get off that island. Let's watch where the Swiss... oh, look at it. Scotland did settle. Norway. Boom. That's awesome. That is really, really cool. I'm glad they did that. And Iceland managed to get 3 cities down. Awesome. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty shocked at how tightly, you know, knit some of these cities can get placed down. I'm shocked by it. I still am because I'm so used to playing with that city limit all the time, always on. Oh, Switzerland, you are going to get into a very bad war. Chichen Itza has been built by Switzerland. Florida expanded quite a bit here in Iberia. So is the Netherlands, though. So Spain is going to be a big powerhouse. They already control a huge portion of Europe. So this is a really big deal. Very big deal. And France, I guess they're more focused on kind of a military geared strategy because they're not really going for settlers. They might just go and continue to take over cities. Possibly. Maybe that's what they're thinking. I'm wondering how Rome and Milan feel towards each other. Or Rome and Sardinia. We'll wait and see. Let's also double check on how the Huns are doing with their expansion towards the Goths. Now, the Goths do have units, and they have their unique units out too. It's gonna be hard. I know that, you know, the Huns, this is like their time to shine, and this is when they take over, you know, a whole bunch of cities. But the Goths are also in their time to shine, and these are 2 tough cities for them to take if they were to take it. They've got an army up to defend themselves as well. Hanging Gardens have been built by the Goths. And we have a new religion that's been founded, I believe. Arabia has discovered Islam. Awesome. Whoa, look at this huge army. Is that going for Assyria, or is that going for... Hey, Babylon's okay. Settling Dur here. They might be okay. Oh, yeah, so the AI is definitely having a tough time figuring out where to settle, which is so good. I'm so glad that the African nations are having a tougher time because I wanted to make sure that when the African nations were ready to settle the Sahara Desert, I wanted to make sure that the Europeans were willing to do it too. Right now, there's still land for them to go out and grab, so they'd rather not go for the Sahara. But it makes things so much better. That way, I want this land to stay open for some Europeans that are willing to colonize. That's kind of the whole idea here. So I'm hoping that, and the same thing for Russia. I'm hoping the same thing happens. There should be some really late game colonization, which is going to be exciting with the kind of early wars that are currently going down. This should be a really fun campaign. I'm already having a whole bunch of fun with it. We're going to go to turn 100 right away. Germany and Venice are friends, and you know what? Austria and Venice have peaced out. They survived. Venice totally survived. Well, good for Venice. That is amazing. Yeah, that's pretty amazing there. The borders of Europe is just crazy right now. Oh, here we go. Okay, so Elizabeth is currently the most literate. And then I believe this is the... Jeez. Man, I need to get to know these mods a little bit better. This is Norway, I believe. Yeah, I think this is Norway. Then we have Lithuania, Switzerland, and the Goths. There we go. Rome, Austria, Assyria, the Celts, and the Netherlands. So, but mainly it's staying pretty close together. Who's at the bottom? Obviously, Babylon is at the bottom. We have a couple of the nations outside of Europe, which is good. This is a good sign, because obviously these guys are going to catch up. Don't worry. If you pick one of these nations, these guys will catch up. But I just didn't want them to be too high early on in the campaign. It's got to equal out towards the later parts. That's very, very key to happen every single time. This is good. This I don't want to say anything, but dang, this might be the best setup I've ever done so far in a Civ 5 AI only, because everything's worked out. Everything that I really wanted to happen is kind of happening, and this is really good. I'm shocked. I don't want to say anything. Let me knock on wood, because I'm just waiting for some sort of disaster to happen. But anyway, this is good. This is great. Lithuania, I don't think is pieced out with Germany just yet, so they might be going after Cologne right now. Could happen. And it does seem like the Huns have given up on going after more Gothic cities, I think. Maybe not given up, but maybe they'll come back a little bit later. And this gives Russia more time to build up technology, get up more cities, build up a bigger army as well, which is important. And, to be able to fight back Attila one day when I'm sure the Huns are going to go after Russia. Still nothing over here. Lots and lots of scouts. Ooh, okay. That actually isn't as big as I thought, because you know what? Belgium is here as a buffer zone to kind of keep the Netherlands safe. So that doesn't mean too much, but the Netherlands are really lucky that they don't border anybody that has a huge army. Spain and France definitely have a huge army. Oh, you know what? Boom, I forgot about this. I forgot about Utrecht. Okay, never mind. That city's going to get taken, more than likely. Actually, you know what? Spain doesn't have that big of an army. If France moves down south, then they can pick that up. Petra's been built by Askia. Very smart move there. If France moves down south as fast as possible, they could take it over. Spain really lost a huge chunk of their military going after Portugal. So Spain and France have taken up the helm, especially Western Europe. They're looking really strong right now. Poland's built the Great Wall. They're looking really strong because they have the opportunity of going after a lot of land. Spain specifically. Spain can now go after North Africa. They've got coastal cities now. I mean, they can colonize North Africa right away. I am afraid now, because Spain is looking so strong. I'm a little bit I'm shocked. Someone needs to get some stuff going, because who knows what the AI is going to do? The AI might have just might go brain dead and not do anything with the awesome opportunity that they have. I don't even know if they've discovered North Africa yet. Ooh, this might be a war for Arabia. I'm not sure, but there are a lot of units building in this location in the Middle East. It's going to be really aggressive. Oh, look at Armenia doing a good job. That's awesome. I was hoping Armenia would go up more north towards the Huns. I don't know if we're going to see that. They might stay behind the mountains, which is a smart move, because they're going to stay really safe. There's no AI that will be able to navigate through these mountains, at least before artillery. Maybe with enough artillery you could take it, enough air units you could take it, but besides that, no. Greece is also having a bit of trouble. They might, if they go after Crete here, I believe, is this the island of Crete? Is that, I don't know if my geography skills are on point there, but this would be a good location for Alexander to pick up. That way, they also control who moves throughout the Black Sea and the Mediterranean, not only just Constantinople. But I don't know if they're going to do that sort of thing. They might not. A couple of trade routes all over the place. France is not moving down south. They're trying to go for mainland Netherlands territory, and unless they get open borders through Belgium, nothing's going to happen. There won't be anything that happens if they don't move through there. It would be tough to navigate anyways, because you've got warrior units in the way that Belgium controls, and then Antwerp and Brussels are just so close together. It'd be difficult. Religion's been enhanced. How's Bulgaria doing? And they got themselves kind of an army again, but, Greece might be going after them. It does look like it. All right, guys, I'm going to have to stop right there, though. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in part 4.